Hello everyone, welcome to chair yoga. My chair looks a little different today, I know. I'm sitting on like a stool, but it's the same thing. Just your feet will be connected to the earth, where my feet, I have more on the little round thing. But that just goes to show you that chair yoga can be adapted to any chair at any time. So let's say you're traveling, you're somewhere else, and you want to do a little bit of chair yoga, and you don't have that exact chair that we have in class. That's okay. You can modify any chair anywhere. So from there, let's just get centered, close our eyes, and connect to our breath. So feel your breath as it rises and falls out of the body. And on the exhales, feel your body sink down, feel the shoulders drop from the ears. Feel the feet growing more connected to earth. Your hips and your legs more connected to your chair seat. And we just let go of the outside world as we turn inward for this time, healing, renewing, and recharging our bodies and our minds. In life, there's always such a long to-do list. There's always so much stress that we carry around. So yoga gives us that perfect time to let it go. You take this time for yourself, and it does so much good for you, body and mind. So from here, we're going to nod our head yes, just a little nod up and down. About 3 times. Pause at center and then take a little nod, no twice. Coming back to stillness at center, chin descends all the way down to chest. And from here we pause, we breathe. We feel the shoulders pulled back and gently down. We feel any tension start to drain from our neck. And we just breathe. And then on the next in-breath, allow the head to float back up. Keeping your eyes still softly closed, draw your right arm to the sky. Bend the elbow, let the fingertips point down to the left ear. And don't pull on the head at all, but just allow the ear to tilt down to the shoulder on the right. And we're going to take some movement with our breath. So here's our starting point, ear to shoulder. On an exhale, we release our chin down toward our collarbone. And on the inhale, we take that ear back to shoulder. Let's come into 2 more there. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Release the hand from the head, drop the chin back down, trace the collarbone, bring the head to center, then draw it up. Sitting nice and tall, centered again. Left arm lifts up, we bend the elbow, fingertips point down to right ear, and then we find that tilt. Ear down to shoulder on the left. And then again from here we go with our breath. Chin descends down, ear floats to shoulder. Chin descends down, ear floats to shoulder. Chin descends down, ear floats to shoulder. Release the hand, drop the chin down, trace the collarbone through the center, and bring the head up. From here, before we open our eyes, just take a little scan of your neck and your shoulders. Maybe even your mind, and just notice little subtle differences that have come to our body and our mind since we've started class. And then allow the eyes to float back open, coming back to the space that we're in. Take the arms down and take them in a circle sweep, reach into the sky. Maybe the gaze is drawn up. On an exhale, let the arms come to the sides. Bring your hands to the front of your legs and look down at your feet. Hold here. Inhale, slide up, take the hands to the thighs, half rise. Exhale, melt back down toward the earth. Windmill arm, draw the left arm up. Release, then the right. Release. Palms forward, circle sweep back up for a rise to the sky. Stretching up like we're really trying to reach that ceiling. On the next exhale, keep that length we just created. Take the arms over to the right. Pause for a breath. Inhale, rise back up. Reaching skyward, exhale, float to the left. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale up. Exhale, float right. This time we're going to pause and we're going to turn our chin and only our chin over to the left shoulder. Turn the gaze back to the twist. Lift up. All the way to the sky. Exhale. Hands drop down on the left. And then our chin and only our chin floats to the right. Hold it and breathe. Turn the head and release the body back to center. We're going to come into some little crisscrosses for the arms. So we're going to take the arms out, reaching right, reaching left, and we're just going to crisscross like an X in front of our body. It's just opening, crossing, opening, crossing. And we take the opposite arm on top each time we go. Do one more. Release. Now we're going to bring the arms forward and we're going to pull the elbows back. And then we're going to bring a little lift and pull forward. Almost like you're making a circle here. So they stretch forward, they drop down, pull back. Stretch forward, drop down, pull back. Now from here with the elbows pulled back, just push them straight forward, back out to the sides. Coming into the tilt to the right, leaning, stretching, come up and left. And come up. Let the palms come forward. Let the palms connect out in front. Keep the spine tall, but drop the chin to the chest. Feel that there. One more breath. Head rises up, arms float out, then we bend the elbows, we find cactus. On the inhale, draw the elbows back, chest and heart lift. On the exhale, everything connects around the spine, tuck the chin. Let's come into two more. Inhale, open lift. Exhale, tuck round in. One more, inhale, open lift. Exhale, tuck round in. And then release the arms down. Let's take our first drink of water. If you didn't bring water today, if you don't want a sip of water today, then just sit with your breath for a few rounds of breath, centering again. And then after you have your drink, we're going to find our way closer to the edge of our seat for some leg extensions. So after you have your drink, after you've connected to a few rounds of breath, bringing your body close to the edge of your chair, we're going to draw our right leg in, and we're going to give it a nice little hug. So hugging it up, and then we're going to release it. And as we do, take the arms out. And we're going to come into four more of those. Hug, extend 2, hug, extend 3, hug, extend 4, hug, extend 5. We're going to hold it. Bring the arms into a V. Take the toes to the sky. 3, 2, 1. From here, you can keep holding up to the sky, or you can drop the heel, your choice. And we're going to let the arms float down to that left side. Keep the gaze left, especially if you have that leg off the floor, you're feeling it. And release it center, drop the heel down. Give it a little rest. Take your hands to your thigh, hinge forward. Look at the top of your foot. Should feel good in your back after that. Bring the body back up. Right hand stays on the thigh. Left arm reaches up toward the ceiling. And then we find our gentle lean over to the right. Gaze to the left. And come back up. Pull the leg in. Other side, same thing. Hug up. Release 1. Hug up. 2. Hug. 3. Hug. 4. Hug. 5. We're going to hold it. Hold it out. Toe up. Arms up. Reaching up toward the sky. Toes pointed to the sky. Now your choice. Heel down or heel stays up. As we find that little rotation right. Nice tall spine. Feel that leg really working here. And release. Heel down. Hands come to right thigh. We find that hinge. Relax here now. That leg did a lot of work. It gets to relax now. Bring the body up. Left hand on right leg, right arm to the sky, finding that lean to the left on that exhale. Gazing softly right. And coming back up with a release. Let's stretch both legs out now and tap. Remember, tapping is really good for your immune system, for your lymphatic system, the lymph that moves through our blood. So we're just going to tap our limbs, just a gentle patting, tapping collarbone, tap under the arm. We have a lot of lymph under the arm. Be gentle there though, there's a lot of nerves. Nothing should be hurtful. Cross the collarbone into the chest a little bit, the bony part of the chest. If you talk, it almost vibrates there. And then the side body, and then down the legs. This is a little energizing flow. You can do it in the morning. And then let's wipe the energy up from the arms, the whole arm, top, sides, toward the chest, and then from our ankles up. So wiping that energy up from our lower half of our body. We're going to come into some gentle stretches for your shoulder. If you have any issues with your shoulder, be mindful. Again, nothing should hurt. You take it to that place where you feel the stretch, but not beyond. So we're going to take our right arm. It's going to stretch out in front of us. And then we're going to open our right arm out to the right, just straight out from the shoulder at first. And I'm going to turn my head to the left. And start to notice any different sensations you feel in your body here. In your arm, maybe in your neck. And I'm going to bring everything back to center. I'm going to take a little break, bring the arm down. Breath in, breath out. Arm stretches back out, take it back out. Turn the head. This time, we're going to rotate the hand so that the fingers point back behind you. And we feel that nice stretch come to that wrist, the whole forearm. And then allow the chin to descend down toward the collarbone. Remember, nothing should hurt. You might feel sensations, but nothing should be painful. And then bring the head up, relax the hand, bring it across. Take it to your opposite shoulder as now we turn our gaze to the right. Feeling a release coming to the arm. Head comes back to center, and we release our arm. Other side. Left arm comes out in front. We take it out to the left, just straight out from the shoulder, and we turn our gaze to the right. And then we come back in and we release it. Then we take it back out. This time maybe going a little back beyond the shoulder. Still turning the head to the right. And then rotating that palm so the fingertips stretch and point back away from you. And we hold it. And then we slowly allow that chin to drop to collarbone if that feels good. So you're probably going to feel this stretch, but again, be sure just to take it to your edge. Be sure not to take it anything too far. Nothing should hurt. Head comes up. We bring the arm all the way around to our right shoulder as our gaze now is softly turned to the left. Come back to center and release. Bring some arm swings. It should feel good. We're going to come into eagle arms now, and you're going to have a choice. Do you want to do eagle arms and eagle legs or just eagle arms? So for eagle legs, two choices. You can just cross at the ankle. We're going to be doing the right side first, so it would be right ankle over left. Or, I need to scoot back in my chair a little bit to cross my legs. You could fully cross your leg. For some people, the ability to cross their leg isn't there on certain days. So we give the choice at the ankle. If you just don't even want to do your legs and you just want to do your arms, then your legs will just be sitting naturally. Stretching the arms out now. Now our arms are opposite than our leg. So our left arm is going to crisscross over our right. We're going to bend our elbows and we're going to let the back of our hands connect. We're just going to do gentle form of eagle today. We're not going to take it into full eagle. So from here, sit tall. Bring the elbows a little bit away from the body. Make sure your body stays tall, and then rotate gently over to the right. Come to center and take it to the left. Come to center, draw the fingers and gaze up. And then exhale, elbows into abdomen. Bring the fingertips to point forward, round the spine, tuck the chin in. And then inhale, come up, open everything up, press the arms away, and cross if the legs were crossed. Other side, left ankle, maybe crosses right ankle. Or maybe left leg crosses right leg. Arms reach out, right arm crosses left. Elbows become bent. We bring the elbows away from us. And we find a lift. And we find a lower. And then we have a tall spine as we take it to the left. Come to center and we take it to the right. Come to center, we find a hinge forward, straight at the center, looking down at our forearms, squeezing everything together. And then we find a lift, open up, push the arms away. And release through the legs. Simple seated twist. So we're going to come forward in our chair. Right hand comes behind us. Left arm stretches out. Draw that left arm across. Let it drop down on the right side. We have our gaze softly to the right. From here, we're going to allow the chin to drop down. We're looking down at the earth by our right hip. Head comes up. We release at center. Right hand comes to left thigh, left hand behind the back. Make sure you're tall. Remember, anytime we twist, we need to be tall. And then exhale, we take our gaze to the left. Once we have our gaze to the left, allow the chin to descend down. Look down at the earth by your hip. Lift the head up and release at center. We're going to come down on our forearms now. So we're going to draw the arms all the way up in a lift. Grab your elbows and then hinge forward. Take your forearms to your thighs. Look down at your feet. And then if it's safe for your head and your neck, imagine somebody standing in front of you. They want to talk to you, so we're going to bring our gaze forward. Hold here, breathe here. Deep breath in, slow exhale out. Feel how that changes things just by lifting that head up. One more here, and then let the gaze drop back down. And then release the arms, bring them in that circle sweep back to the sky. And exhale at our heart. We're going to be bringing a leg up and bringing our arms around our leg. I think it's time for another drink. I apologize if it's too early. I think I'm on time. So let's take another drink before we come to this. And Especially important to hydrate before this one because this one is a little more active. So we want to be sure that we have our hydration there. And remember, as always, if you don't have water today, just connect to your breath for a few rounds. Give your body that little break. So we're going to sit back about midway in our chair. We're not all the way back, but we're not all the way forward either. And we're going to take our arms up. And we're going to lace our hands together. And we're going to have our palms face down. We're going to lift a knee and think of taking your hands to the front of your shin, the side. This little finger side is going to come down just under the knee. So I'm going to lift, tap, up as the foot goes down. Lift, tap, arms up, foot down. So we're going to come into 3 per side. So when you're ready, tall, tall spine, arms are up. Right, left. That was 1 set. Right, left. Set 2. Last one. Right, left. And then press away. And that was really good for your hips. To work our hips a little more, we're going to come into our out and in, our external rotation through the hip. If you have any injuries with your hip, a hip replacement, if you know you cannot take a big external rotation, then you're going to make your movements very small. So you can either come on the toe and let that toe just sweep across the floor, or you can lift it up and bring the movement through the leg. So you decide. We're going to go into 3 per side. So we're going to start out with the right. If toe's going to stay on the floor, we're just on our toe, and we're just going to open and close. If we lift, and we open and close. Other leg's going to stay still. You can hold your chair side for stability. Open, close, open, close, open, close. Bring it down other side. Toe sweeps the floor or off. Open, close, open, close, open, close, and down. Let's do some heel toe rocking. It's about time to stand up. Might be a little early, but it's about that time. So let's heel toe rock. So we're just flexing, and let's add our hands today. Flexing through the hands, flexing through the feet. Going. Remember, this is good for your bottom half of your body to bring that blood back up before we stand. And then release that. Let's make our way on up and push away. So, especially since I'm not in the room with you today, please, please make sure you know where your chair is. Stay by it. If you feel even a little unsettled, keep one hand on your chair the whole time. So, we're going to come behind our chair, and we are going to take and turn our hip. So I know you're going to want to face me. So just, if you're behind your chair, you're going to turn so you're facing the screen and you can still see me. Now we're going to open our legs up. We have a nice wide stance through the leg. The foot that is by your chair right now, you're going to turn it so that it would go under your chair seat. Your hand that's on the outside, not near the chair, is going to go on your hip. And your hand that's by your chair is on your chair back. Now from here, I'm going to find a bend to my knee that is nearest the chair. And my heart and my rib cage is still facing forward. I'm not leaning here. All I did was find a bend in the knee. That was it. Now from here, we're going to take a little movement. I'm going to straighten that knee. I'm going to bend that knee. Straighten the knee. Bend the knee. Now, I'm going to take a little movement through my outside arm. When my knee is bent, my hand is down. When my knee is straight, my arm reaches up. So now I have movement just in arm, just in knee. And the goal here is to keep everything still except the parts we're moving. So we want to keep our spine still and tall. We want to keep our hips in alignment. We want to keep everything, our gaze straight. And we just want to feel that knee bending and straightening, and the arm reaching and lowering. All right, bend the knee again. We're gonna get ready to come into chair-assisted warrior two. So now instead of my hand being on my hip, I'm gonna stretch it out back. And I see, can I let go of my chair here? For most of us we can. So I'm gonna let go with my front arm. And then all I'm gonna do is turn my gaze over the back of those I didn't cue right and left. Over the back of the hand that is shooting over the chair. That is where I want my gaze to go. And I try to have my arms level with one another. My knee is still bent. One more breath. Then back hand back to hip, front hand back to chair. Straighten the knee, turn the toe forward, and then I step it in. Now travel around to the other side of your chair. Take an open leg. Hand floats to hip. Hand is on chair back. The foot that's near your chair, we're going to turn that toe toward going under that chair. My rib cage, my heart, my hip bones are all still facing straight, but I'm going to bring a bend to that knee and take it toward my chair. Everything else is straight. Everything else is looking forward. My hand is resting lightly on my chair. From here, we bring that movement. Straighten the knee, bend the knee. The hand on the hip at first, straighten, bend, straighten, bend. Now we're going to start to add that arm. As that knee is bent, arm reaches up. As the knee straightens, hand to hip. Bend, reach, connect and center. Bend, reach, connect. Bend, reach, connect. Rebend, let your back hand now stretch out back behind you. Try to have a level with your shoulder. And then see, can you release your chair and stretch your front arm forward? And then take your gaze beyond your front palm. So the hand that is over the chair, that is the way our gaze is going. Hold and breathe. Feel your body in warrior two. Feel the strength of your body in warrior two. Nice, strong bodies, strong minds. We feel our feet connected to the earth, grounding us. And then release. Straighten the leg, toe forward. Either heel toe in or step it in, whatever suits you today. I'm going to turn my chair this way because I feel like you could see me a little better, but you can just stay right where you are. Take your hands down, connect to mountain pose. So we have our arms alongside our body. We have our palms forward. And remember what I always say, the reason we have our palms forward, if I have my palms here, that allows more grounding through my shoulders. So if I take my palms and take them forward, that helps bring those shoulders more in my proper alignment. And then I take my gaze forward, I lock my eyes on something that does not move. And I let myself feel still and solid like a mountain. Think of mountains out in nature. Think of how majestic they are. Think of how strong they look. Think of that for your own body. Try to bring the stillness of the mountain to your body. And then on the next inhale, let the arms reach to the sky. On an exhale, take your hands to your chair back. Press your hips back away. Look down at the earth. Hold here. Relax here. Take the body back up. Step forward through the right foot. Turn the left toes gently to the left. Bend the right knee. And let's find cactus. Now, when you're in cactus, try to have your elbow in line with your shoulder, if you can. And then we're going to work on our balance by closing and opening our cactus. So anytime you move, when your legs aren't together, when you're in a little bit of a challenge for your balance, movement changes things a lot. So let's just see. Can we close everything and can we inhale open? Now, if you felt that, ooh, I feel a little wobbly there, then just come into that with one hand while we hold the chair with the other. So we can look like this, or we can look like this with both arms moving. Your choice, your body, being safe. Do one more. And then from there, draw the arms up to the sky for a full warrior one. Arms alongside the ears. Imagine there's something on the ceiling. You want it. You're really trying to reach for it. And then from there, release the hands down to your chair back. Straighten your front leg. And then with that straight front leg, bring your forehead toward your chair back and hold. Feel the nice little stretch in the leg. Take an inhale, come back up. Hold your chair as you bring your feet back together. From here, walk away from your chair a little bit. Come back to mountain. Mountain the second time is a lot easier to come into for most people than the first one because we already know what it feels like. The more you come into mountain, the better your posture will be. Your muscles will remember what it feels like to be in that tall state. And you will find yourself, if you think you're in a grocery store line, if you just bring some mindfulness to it and say, I'm going to stand in mountain while I'm waiting. The more opportunity you have to stand in mountain, the better your posture is going to be, the stronger your muscles are going to be to hold you up. Take an inhale, take an exhale and fold. And that's the beauty of yoga. We can do it when we're out in the world and nobody knows what we're doing. They just think, oh, that person has really good posture there. Breath in, breath out. And then bring the body up. Take a step forward with the left foot, right leg's back. Bending the knee, we want to make sure we see our toes. And then again, we're going to find cactus. And I want you to notice on this side, do you feel the same? Do you feel just as stable on this side as you did the other? If you feel unstable, the other hand that wasn't holding on last time holds. So that we give each arm equal time, and we would just open and close the one. And if not, if we feel stable, then we open and close the both. Go with your breath. Just don't make the movement, and say, oh, I'm going to breathe like this, I'm going to breathe like that. Really try to connect that movement with a breath. Just keep flowing. Feel your stability of your feet on the earth. Do one more. Then we're going to let our arms grow tall up to the sky. Hold it here. Deep breath in, slow exhale out. And then release the hands, step the feet back, come into a fold. Relax down, relaxing the head between the arms. And then bring yourself back up, nice and slow and gentle. Let's turn back, having our chair in front of us. We're going to come into what's called thread the needle. So I have my chair seat in front of me. This is what I need now, my chair seat. So I'm going to stand so that I can stand here so my chair seat's directly in front of me, or I can stand off to the side where I am, at the side of my chair. It does not matter, it's just you need your seat in front of you. So from there, draw the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold, bring your hands to your chair seat now. Now, your inner hand, so your hand that's closest to your chair back, we're going to turn those fingers toward the front a little bit. Your leg that is nearest your chair back, we're going to take a little bend in that knee. Your outside arm is going to stretch and reach up and out. On the exhale, we're going to bring that hand back to the chair. Bend the knee, stretch outside arm up and out. Straighten the knee, hand close to chair seat. One more. Now, use your chair back to assist you as you come up. Walk to the other side of your chair. Hinge over the chair. Now remember, inside hand by your chair. Now let's say you don't have an inside hand. Let's say you chose to be here. Then it's just the opposite side. That's all it is. It's just the opposite side. Now, the hand that's turned in a little bit, that will be the knee that bends. So, inside hand or other hand we didn't do. That same knee bends. Other arm reaches up and out. And it comes down to the chair seat, straighten knee. Lift up and out, big inhale. Take it to the chair seat. One more time. Big inhale, lift up and out. Exhale, chair seat. And now hold your chair. Hold on to it as we bring our body back up. Let's take another drink and then let's make our way back to our chairs. So coming back into your chair, take your drink of water. Hydrate, hydrate. Very important. So, we just did thread the needle standing. We are now going to do a seated version. Right hand stretches out, it goes on your kneecap. And we have space between our forearm and our thigh. Might not be a big space, but there's space there. And if you feel that there's not much space there, come up on your fingertips. And then that's going to elevate your hand and it's going to give a bigger space for that arm to go through. Now I'm going to take my left arm and I'm going to swing it out to the left. So instead of it being up now, I've just taken it out and a little back. I'm reaching back toward that back wall. And then I'm going to take it underneath. So I'm going to thread it through. As I do, I'm going to hinge forward. And I'm going to look at my left open palm. And I'm going to hold this for about 3 rounds of breath. Feel any sensations that you may be feeling in your body. And then release that arm and come up. Other side, remember you can come on the fingertips if you feel like if you have your hand flat, there's no room there. Right arm reaches out to the side and a little bit back. Hold it. Release, thread through. Hinge forward, look at your open palm. Feel any sensations that might be arising now, maybe in the hip, in the low back, in the shoulder. Just notice it. Don't judge it. And come back up and release. Coming toward the edge of our chair, we are going to take our hands. We're going to make a fist and have your knuckles touch. Now, with that being said, maybe that's still going to be too much for you. If that's too much for you, then you're going to open your fingers and let your fingers face one another, because we're going to take this behind our low back. So, see, can you make the fist and have the fist touch, have the fingers touch there? If not, don't struggle, release. Let those elbows come out a little further and just have the fingers point toward one another. So we see, where does it feel good? And then from here, we're going to hinge forward with a flat back. Bring your chest, abdomen down. Feel the elbows there. Hold it. Then inhale, come up. Release your hands from your low back. Take it to the side of the chair. And then bring your heart and chest forward. Gaze up. Make sure if you have your hands on that chair, you're not pulling. The hands are there for support, and that's it. One more breath. And then release. Take the arms out. Give yourself a hug. Round your spine. Tuck your chin. Curl in. Inhale, open. Give yourself a hug with the opposite arm on top. Nice little squeeze. Reaching back toward the shoulder blades. Tucking the chin to the chest. And then inhale, open out to the sides. And release down. Circle the arms up. Exhale back to a fold. This time we're going to grab onto our right ankle as we come up. We're going to draw that leg up with a little squeeze and then a release. Wrap the left hand around the leg. Take the right arm out. Draw that right arm out in a rotation. Let it go back. Floating back to where it feels good. Deep breath in, slow exhale out. Bring it back around, then draw it to the ceiling and find a little gentle lean to the left. Keeping that leg extended up. Release, and then take your hands behind the thigh, push that foot away, and find a point and a flex here. Pointing and flexing, pointing and flexing. Good for the bones in our ankle. Strengthening our ankles is very important for our balance. And then release down, take a circle to the sky, and take a fold forward. Relaxing here. Grab onto left ankle, slide up, hug that leg in. Hold on just with the right hand, releasing. Take the left arm out, take a rotation back. Hold it and breathe. Draw back to center, take the arm up to the sky. Exhale, lean right and hold. Inhale up, hold on behind the thigh, stretch the leg out, point the toe up to the sky, and then start that pointing and flexing. Very important for our ankles. And then we're going to do something fun. It's fun to work our brain in yoga. And release. Don't get discouraged. When you do these brain exercises, you might feel a little frustrated, and that's okay. If you get a little frustrated, it almost means it's working in the brain a little better. But don't get so frustrated that you say, I can't do this, or this doesn't look right. I'm never going to have it look right, because it's not really made to look right. What it's made to do is make your brain work harder, because we want to work the right and the left side brain at the same time. And that will strengthen the connections in your brain. So when we do something on the right and the left side differently, or we do something with the top of our body and the bottom of our body differently, it's a challenge for the brain. The brain is really, really working hard. And just like any of your other muscles, the harder, in a gentle way, you work it, the stronger it's going to be. So we're going to do one. If you've been in my class before, you've probably done this with me, the hammer and the saw. So we start out with, let's take our left hand being a saw. So I'm going to bend my elbow, my fingertips are going to point forward, and I'm just going to make a sawing motion there. Just a forward and a back, forward and a back. That's all it is. And then stop that and take your right hand and imagine hammering in a nail. So this is our hammer. So we're going to hammer, hammer, hammer. Keep hammering. Can you saw as you hammer? And after a few minutes, probably going to start laughing. We laugh at ourselves on this one all the time, because it is a challenge. It really is. And when you look at your body, you say, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. But the brain's like, well, I'm trying, but I'm also trying to do this that you wanted me to do. So your brain is really, really working hard, and that's what we want. Challenge in the brain, so important. Shake, shake, shake. Other side. So now, left hand, start to hammer. Left hand, hammer, 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 hammer. Stop hammering, right hand, start to saw. Saw, saw. Hammer, saw, same time. And you may notice sometimes when we switch this around, sometimes one side looks a little better than the other. And that's normal. And I really don't know why, because we're still challenging, the right and the left at the same time. But sometimes it will look a little more natural on one side than the other. All right, let it go. So we just shake it all off, shake all that off, and we just let all that go. Take your hands to your knees for cat and two. On the inhale, we're going to allow our hands to slide up toward our abdomen. Our chest comes forward. Gaze forward. We feel those shoulder blades draw together like we're squeezing a lemon between them. Then on the exhale, we slide our hands to our kneecaps as we round our spine and tuck our chin in. I invite you to close your eyes. If you close your eyes, you're less likely to follow me. You're less likely to follow your neighbor. and you're more in tune with your breath. So we're not leaving our chair. We're not doing anything unsafe for our eyes to be closed. Just let them close. If you do not feel safe or right closing your eyes, just let them be soft. With a very soft gaze, and think of a half closed eye. Let's do one more. Just let everything go on that exhale. Lifting way up on that inhale. And then the next time you come to center, find a forward fold. Slide all the way down to the feet. Relax. Keep the head hanging down for a few more breaths. And then find a circle sweep up to the sky, palms connect, exhale to heart. From here, we're going to find a circle. Take a circle to the right, and then take a circle to the left. We're going to stretch our left arm out. We're going to cross the body with a little gentle hug. Nothing should hurt. Don't take it too far. And then release, and the other side. And release. Let's lace our hands together and find a circle there. And the other way. And then look at your palms. Stretch your arms out as we drop our chin down to our chest. Bring the head up like you're pushing the ceiling up. Palms go up, press, press, press. Deep breath in, slow exhale, let the arms float down to the right, down to the left. From here, scoot forward in your chair. We're going to extend out through the right leg. So we take that right leg in a nice extension out. Hand goes to extended leg, left arm to the sky, exhale to extended leg and hold. Deep breath in, slow exhale out. Inhale up, and then find a twist. Let both hands come to the left hip. Looking off, gently left. Come back to center. Take your hands to your left thigh. Hinge forward here. Now, if you need the support here of holding that thigh, nothing wrong with that. Hold that thigh. If you can release one arm out, do that. And then maybe both out. And then from here, release the arms down and let them come up. Almost like you're a bird in flight. Let your arms be soft and relaxed as they float out and float down. And then take your hands back to your thighs. We bring our body back up and we pull our extended leg in. Extended leg, left side. We take it out. Hand to extended leg, right arm to the sky. We find a lean into that leg. We hold it, we breathe. Bring the body up. Let both hands come to the right hip. Looking to the right. We come to center. The hands come to the thigh. Now, if you need that support, stay right here. If not, maybe release one arm. And if you only released one arm last time, try to make this be the opposite arm. Maybe we can release both. Ooh, feel your core working there. And then drop down and lift. Soft arms like bird wings. Lifting, lowering. Everything is soft and relaxed. Next time the arms come down, take it to the thigh, bring yourself up, and pull that extended leg back in. From here, scoot back in your chair a little bit. We need support for our leg. Stretching both legs out, tap the toes together, then the heels. Toes, heels, toes, heels. Getting into these big muscles of our thigh. All important muscles for our balance, for our independence. Then release feet up, and then we're going to paddle. So one's down, one's up, and we're just switching back and forth, paddling the feet. And then from there, find a rotation through the feet and rotate the other way. Bring the feet down, slide forward in your chair, circle the arms up, one last forward fold. Release the hands down to the feet or to the earth. Deep breath in, slow exhale out. And then slide up. Scoot back in your chairs and close your eyes. Allow your eyes to be closed. Allow your body to remain soft on the chair. Bring all of your awareness to your breathing. And as you're focused on your breathing, start to notice if you can hear any sounds. And don't judge the sound, but just notice if the sound is close to you, far away from you, in the building you're in, or maybe outside the building you're in. And if you hear a sound, without judgment, just label it. Close, far, inside, or outside. And then we just let that sound go. We don't try and figure out what it was. We just hear it. We label it. And we let it go. And when you lie here connected to your breath, maybe thoughts start to pop up in your mind. We're going to do the same thing with our thoughts. So the first thought that pops into your mind, notice it, label it, and let it go. So we can label our thought a to-do thought. Maybe it's a concern or a worry thought. Maybe it's a, I don't want to forget this thought. Something I need at the store. Something I need to do. So as you come into your stillness, thoughts may come and thoughts may go in your mind. Just like the sounds, label them for what they are and then let it go. Allow your body to come into this still, quiet place that we all hold within, where we can recharge, rejuvenate, and renew both our body and our mind. And as you breathe here, gently labeling sounds, gently labeling thoughts, your body is becoming more and more still. The muscles are becoming more and more relaxed. And you're bringing yourself more to a state of tranquility and peace and ease. Every time we breathe out, we feel the muscles relax. We feel our lower body relax. We feel our mid-body relax. We feel our upper body relax. Think of how much tension you hold in your jaw. Allow the teeth to slightly part now and allow the tongue to drop from the roof of the mouth. And just notice how much softer and how much more relaxed your jaw feels. Relax your eyes, space between your eyebrows and your forehead. Relax your throat as we feel the air enter and leave our body. Relax the abdomen and chest, letting it softly rise, softly fall. Relax the hips and the legs, and relax the back. Everything is fully supported now. Relax the legs and relax the feet into the earth. Take 2 more rounds of breath here in this still serenity. Everything is quiet, still. The only movement of the breath, rib cage and abdomen and chest, rising and falling. And then from this point, start to hear sounds again, inside, outside the space you're in. Wiggle your fingers and toes and maybe rock your head just very gently. The eyes closed for another moment. We're just starting to observe outside ourselves again, and we're starting to bring some movement back to the body again. And then allow that movement to come to stillness. We'll almost come to stillness on its own. Allow the eyes to come back open and allow the hands to connect right in front of your heart space. And even though I am not physically in the room with you, I feel your light, I feel your love, I feel your energy. And I hope you feel mine. And the light and love in me sees and honors the light and love in all of you. I thank you for taking the time out of your day to spend with me, even in this form. Thank you for being here. Namaste. I hope, as always, everybody feels good, relaxed, rejuvenated body and mind. And I hope to see all of you in person very soon. Have a great day. Bye.